Imagine your morning routine. Maybe you get up, take a shower, go downstairs. Now imagine doing all of that, but with only one leg. It'd be pretty hard, right? Hi, I'm Adira Colton, and I'm going to teach you about leg prostheses. There are two types of leg prostheses, transfemoral above the knee and transtibial below the knee. The transfemoral prosthetic leg, as you can see in this photo, contains a socket where the residual limb goes, a knee, a pylon which replaces the shin, and a foot. The simpler of the two prostheses is a transtibial prosthetic leg. These prosthetic legs have three main components: the socket, the pylon, and the foot. Let's talk about the parts of the leg. At the top of the leg is the socket. The socket is shaped to the residual limb. This can be done in many ways, ranging from expensive and complex 3D imaging and printing to a more simplistic approach with sand casting or plaster casting. I'm going to tell you about plaster casting, which is something I have done. When I was in art class in elementary school, we made these masks in which we came into class, we covered our faces with Vaseline and then with plaster strips in order to make a mask to the shape of our face. As you can see, the inside here has the shape of an 8-year-old me. Now you can do the same thing with sockets, where you take plaster strips and you shape it to the shape of the residual limb. Then you take that negative mold and you fill it with more plaster, a different type of plaster, that you then pull out, and you have essentially a concrete copy of your body part. It's that easy, at least if you have some plaster lying around. Now onto the knee, which, needless to say, is very important for walking. I just happen to have right here a type of prosthetic knee called a hydraulic knee, and I attached a pylon to the top in order to make it easier to bend. A socket would usually go right here. The human knee is an extremely complex joint, and you would think, oh, but isn't it just a hinge joint? It's actually a hinge joint and a sliding joint combined so that you remain stable when you're standing up. As you can see here, the top part of the knee bends forward when I bend it. This accounts for the natural sliding motion that a human knee does. Also, when I release the knee, you can see how it swings forward in order to cause a step through so that the leg does not remain behind the person as they move forward. Now, this type of knee, I would say, is pretty in the middle of the range when it comes to cost and simplicity. Now, you could get more complicated with a microprocessor in the knee, which you could get more simplistic with a single-axis knee. In this video, you can see a lady walking with a single-axis knee. You can see how this knee is very stiff and moves disjointedly. This is due to the mechanical simplicity of the joint. And finally, the foot. Like the knee, the human foot is unknowingly complicated due to the abundance of small bones and muscles. The prosthetic foot, in order to account for that, must not only have a certain amount of stiffness to keep you standing, but also a certain amount of give to allow for a step to be taken. Thank you for watching. I hope you took a step in the right direction of your prosthetics education.